Good morning, good afternoon, hello, beautiful, melanated, original, whatever you want to call yourself, people. I just had to get on here and tell you what just happened to me. Oh my God, I was doing some work and I'd be so busy. I had my phone in my hand. I went in Office Depot and I was walking around with, business ledgers and some office stuff and had it in my hand. And then I was looking at my phone doing something, trying to send some receipts. And I walked out the store with all the merchandise. Not a single thing went on. I didn't realize it till I got to my car. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Now you can see my car is filled with all my cleaning stuff. My car, my office, and everybody else's car I use in my storage and stuff. So, oh my God. And then I'm tripping on it because I had to double think whether I need to go back in and turn it back in because they would have thought I was a thief. Now, just imagine, we're human. So just imagine if a police was there or if I was just walking and they thought I was trying to steal because I literally wasn't. And I did go back into the store and turn it back over to the girl. And I was like, oh my God, I almost stole this. I was like, I was like, girl, I was like, shit. I done made myself a thief and without knowing it. And it's a melanated sister that's in there. She's always in the Office Depot business department for me. And I was like, I'm stealing and y'all just let me. She was like, well, at least you came back in and brought it back. And I brought it back, even though my mind was like, yeah, fuck them, it's already out here. But, you got to deal with that karma because no matter, I'm learning that your reaction to things, you can bring some karma. And I didn't want that stealing, thieving karma energy around me, So I went back in and paid for my stuff. And I was like, y'all just let me steal. But like I said, imagine, though, all jokes aside, if we're just like black people just being black, melanated, whatever you want to call yourself. Imagine if I would have just, what if a police, a white officer, the officers we did, what if they would have been in there? What if I would have just been just not thinking, and because I had been walking around the store with it in my arm. And so when I walked out, you know how women, we carry our purses. So you're used to that weight on one side of your body. And so I was like, imagine if it was a cop, a racist cop, and imagine how it could have all went wrong. Even with me, because the situation with cops was so bad, I had to second guess going in there to turn this stuff back in, but I'm glad it didn't turn out bad. But just imagine if I would have just been if I would have been in a different situation with racist cops. So you know how they have security and everything, or how they want to question you. Just imagine how bad that could have went with these types of cops and these type of law enforcement that we have out here on the street. So it was just a crazy experience. Like I said, I was a thief for a moment. I was a thief for a moment and didn't know it, but I turned the stuff back in. I went and paid for it. And me and the girl had a laugh. I was like, y'all just let me steal? Oh my God. I said, I'm stealing. Y'all just let me. Again, it's Tina Berry, Straight No Chaser with the Queen. Here I want to say Fly Nubia Queen because I'm so used to the platform. But here on my channel, Straight No Chaser with the Queen, okay? I just thought it was funny because I'm like, my heart racing because it's crazy because my heart was racing when I realized I stole. And I think it was mostly racing because of how bad the situation could have been if I would have been, stopped at the door by the wrong cop. And what could I say? Oh, I'm not stealing this, So that's why I said, as black people, we don't get the chance to always just be human and have human mistakes, okay? We all make mistakes. We all have flaws. And that's what white society has not allowed us to be, is human with flaws. They want us to always be perfect, always correcting ourselves. Then they always punishing us, or basically telling us how we should do things, why we should do things, and basically always making us be the evil stepchild out this family of races. So I'm glad it didn't end bad. And again, I'm not a thief. It was just funny to me, but it's scary at the same time. So y'all just have a blessed day. I just thought that was funny at the time, me being a thief. And then me and the girl were laughing. I was like, oh shit. I was like, that what made me bring it back in. You know how like they have those little pictures where people like, do you know this thief? Did you know this lady? Imagine if they would have had the queen on there talking about I stole some business equipment. Now when I'm tripping out, I told the girl, I was like, shit, y'all probably would have had my picture up there talking about, do you know this lady? She just walked in with stuff, walked around and took the stuff and left. But like again, I said, I'm just thinking like, wow. Imagine if it was somebody else in a different situation, in a different city, a different time with the racist cops. It could have ended bad for us. This is why we need our human rights restored. Not the civil rights. Everybody has civil rights. We need our right to be human because we all have flaws, but black people, we're the only ones who are held accountable for every flaw we have. Be blessed.